Marketers, you know that feeling when your content just works? When you crush a viral trend before 10 a.m.? When one tiny tweak to a landing page sends click-through rates through the roof? That's Contentful. Dynamic content made blissfully simple. Contentful helps you create and launch personalized experiences instantly across any digital channel. No stress, no limits, only possibilities. Come get the feels at Contentful.com.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Well, it's official, good people. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. Welcome to WWT Live as part of Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. They call me the professor, at least they still do, to start off 2025. Though no telling if there will be any new nicknames this year. Who knows? I don't know. With the boss lady around, anything could potentially happen. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed your holiday. I hope you've enjoyed your time off. And if you've been paying attention to anything in the world of wrestling, you know the first 7 days have been extremely busy. So we've got a lot to talk about. And of course, my trusted crew, say that 3 times fast. My trusted crew is hanging out with me today. And so I'm pretty pumped. Where shall we start? Ladies first.
It's the Queen Bee of WWT, Wrestling with Honey with
Honey Pop Predictions. Happy New Year! What's up, everybody?
Love it. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you, Professor. I swear, when I heard you do the intro, I'm like, you know what? Yes, this is how you start off the new year. I missed the Professor. I'm glad to see everybody's in the house today. Well, most of us are in the house today. Hopefully there'll be more coming, but I'm excited to be here. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. It is fantastic to see you. I'm certainly enjoying what I know is going to be a fun show today because we have way too much to talk about. So with that said, I had an intro in mind, but well, let's just say she's got more names than a CVS receipt. That's all you need to know. It's the PR Princess, Stone Cold Elite, Courtney Rice. Courtney, how are you?
I'm doing good. Well, it's so ironic because people kept calling me Stone Cold the last couple of months, and I was just like, well, I kind of have to run with it a bit and just
Stone Cold Courtney slaps. Okay. Honestly, I love Stone Cold Courtney.
There it is. Very, very good. Well, new year, new names, but it's great to have you with us, of course. And then, of course, we've got our great elected official who I'm very interested to talk to after last night, but we'll get
It's Councilman Pharaoh of Strattonville with his Parisiac constituents.
If you smile.
Oh my God.
Now wait, here's the question. Is this the
Well, I got 15 seconds.
Oh well, right. So you're gonna go an extra 3 minutes in your 15 seconds. I love it. So is it the people's councilman or the final councilman? Which one?
It's the final councilman.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. I can rock with that. I could absolutely rock with that. Now, listen, it's a very special day. New year, new you. And we've got someone brand new that we're welcoming to the show today. I'm really excited about this. She really represents kind of a great legacy from my guy, Trey. We love wrestling. I'm excited to welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, Dora. Dora, how are you?
Hi, I'm pretty good. Hello, hi. I was traveling. Hi, nice to meet everybody finally. Yeah, I was traveling yesterday. I do a podcast for this show called From, and they needed me to go to Dallas. I live in Austin, so I had to go to Dallas to buy some bottles of Sable from, because Harold Perrineau, Morris Chestnut, Tay Diggs, and I can't remember the other gentleman started a bourbon company. So they're selling Sable, and they're now selling in Texas because they weren't selling in Texas before. So I went over there to go get some bottles because we're doing a giveaway on another show that I do. So
very nice.
Nice.
I'm here for the bourbon. You need the bourbon in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Very true. Well, it's great to have you with us for sure. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's absolutely a posit that we start the new year off. I know y'all aren't going to believe this. New year, new you, same boss. Pick your favorite 3 numbers. I won't tell you which ones to pick, but TK's here. Boss lady, how are you?
Wow, how are you gonna do me like that, though?
What did I do? I spared you on that. Oh wait. I thought you were about to put shades on. I thought we were gonna be in trouble.
Hey, boss lady. Your cousin Ron. Hey, I want to shout out cousin Ron for also having a new name. I guess.
Oh, now you shouting him out. Oh, now you recognize. Okay. Gotcha. Now she see your messages, Ron.
Oh,
wow.
my.
What's happening here?
Well,
okay.
Well. TK, how are you? Are you all right?
I'm good. I don't know. Will, when do you want to announce this news?
I like how she just keep throwing these things.
Hate you. News.
You
news. All I heard was news.
News.
Is it ready to debut if I start talking about it? This is what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's up. And your numbers went up too.
Hey now.
No, that wasn't the shot. No, like view wise.
Yeah,
like,
no, as it should. That's what happens when there's this. So are you going to announce this, or are we just going to kind of keep
are we just going to sit here and wait?
No. I'm going to announce it.
Are you going to announce it now?
Yes, of course I'm going to announce it now.
Okay, all right. Just
I yield. So first off, I want to thank everybody for rocking with us for such a long time. We've been here for a minute. For you guys who have been in and out as far as, the show and the website, stuff like that, I've had a vision for Women's Wrestling Talk, the website, for a long time. And I just couldn't find somebody to execute it properly. Thus comes in the councilman who does a phenomenal job at everything else. I had him do the website. The website slaps. And today we are debuting the new website for Women's Wrestling Talk. It is beautiful, y'all. We're going to have our news. We're going to have our shows. You can even watch us on the website. WWT Live is going live on the website, all that stuff. Plus, we have new merch that you can order off the website as well. So shout out to Will for doing this. He is on a whole nother level. I don't know why that real TK416 is there, but whatever, buy it.
I need that one. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of need that one. I ain't gonna lie.
All our articles are up there as well. So go and check it out. So we are starting the new year with some new things. So the new website's there. Go subscribe to it. There will be a weekly newsletter for you guys who subscribe. Things, stuff's gonna be coming down the pipeline. All the good things. Tell your friends, friends, your cousins, all them to go and check out Women's Wrestling. www.talkpod.com.
Yes.
Excellent.
New year, new us.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is exciting news for sure. Again, in case you are missing it or you're just tuning in, we've got a brand new website for Women's Wrestling Talk. www.talkpod.com is the website. Be sure to check it out. It is fantastic. And then there is more news coming for Women's Wrestling Talk a little bit later on. I won't spoil it, but trust me, it's the year to stay connected to what we are doing. All kinds of fantastic things are happening. So again, shout out to the final councilman, who also is the final website designer, and he does all of the things. So
and my tag team partner.
And your tag team partner. We have an extremely talented crew around here. And so I'm very, very proud of all of us. And in case you guys out there need a website done, look up Will Pharaoh. He'll take good care of you. He'll take very, very good care of you. Now then, Any other news from the desk of TK before we get into the other wrestling news? Because this is
none that I could announce. All I could say is this year is going to be a whole situation.
She said none that she could announce. That means there's more news, folks. So you got to keep it locked. And with that said, speaking of news, just on time, our other great elected official who which we'll get some conversation with him and the councilman a little bit later because they had quite the endeavor last night. The mayor's in the building. Ced, how are you, sir?
I am great, everyone. How's everybody's Wednesday? Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New Year.
Very, very good. Very good. All right. So let's get into this news. There's a lot that's happened in the last 7 days. And this is probably why we end up doing this show 3 days out of the week, because it's going to be a lot to pile into this next little bit of time together. But we're going to start with arguably the biggest story, and that is the premiere of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. It happened, of course, Monday night from the Intuit Dome. People were all over the place. There was even a watch along here, and it was a packed house. A lot of things happened at the Intuit Dome. So before we get into some of the specifics, I want to ask kind of the question that's been floating around the web. There have been multiple schools of thought in terms of what this show was like. Did they like it? Did they not? 3-hour show, 4 matches, a lot of important things happening. Grading the show on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate Raw's debut on Netflix? Councilman, I'll start with you.
The final councilman rates it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
It did what it was supposed to do.
Okay.
If whoever's mad, again, this wasn't for the fan. This was for the casual fan and to bring them in and to impress the people at Netflix that sign the checks. And if you don't think that they did that this Monday, tough titty, because they achieved.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. Tough titty.
Well, there we go. Now, following that, Dora will give you the floor. What did you think of the premiere of Raw on Netflix? Rating it out of 1 to 10. I can't talk. 1 to 10. What are you rating this?
I would agree. Yeah, same, like an 8 or a 9. Like it was definitely, you could tell it was not for, I don't want to say the wrestling fans, because obviously there was wrestling, but same, I agree. Like this was to show off the money. This is to spend the money. Like they had all the stars in there. They had Macaulay Culkin, they had Vanessa Hudgens. They had anyone that was in LA that could be in LA that could show up to the show. So obviously it was for everybody, but not for everybody. But I agree. Definitely 8 or a 9 for me. I love the matches. I know it was only 4, but I mean, they seem to be coming down to these only 4 or 5 matches during shows. So it was what was to be expected, honestly. So.
Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to go with this? The Stone Cold Elite one, because you've got many names to choose from. What was your favorite? What was your favorite moment from this premiere on Netflix? Your favorite singular moment?
I would probably say from the beginning when they show the opening of Raw, because it really brought a nostalgic, but it also let the casual fan excited for more going into the future. And it was just so nice seeing it from the beginning, from 1993 all the way up currently, and really Triple H opening up the show. And then, of course, we kicked off with The Rock, and just seeing the fans go crazy and everybody getting excited. And as Dora mentioned, we had so many celebrities like Macaulay Culkin. We had Daniel Fisher, or as people call her, as Topanga. And yes, there was Real Friedel that was there. I was very upset they didn't mention him. Eric Matthews, but so many other stars that were there, and it really was a treat. And especially the Netflix people, they were very happy. The sponsorships are coming in, and also very excited on what they're going to do next week when they come to San Jose, California.
Now, I know I asked for one moment. I know you got 7 names. I just wanted one moment because I got a lot of people to get through. All right. So Ced, let me ask you same question. Favorite singular moment. I know I said it just like this. Favorite singular moment from WWE's debut on Netflix.
This moment was very near and dear to me. And I'm so proud of my city that they did the right thing. And the moment that stood out amongst all of them is they booed Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
that was the best moment of the show. They
Lies.
sent that man packing.
I don't know if that was the best part of the show, but I understand what you're saying.
That was my best part of the show.
That was fantastic. Yo.
And then he had the shirt hanging off like a diaper as he left. Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, he came crashing down. Came crashing down, and it hurt inside, didn't it?
Yep.
That's pretty amazing. TK, any thoughts? Your singular favorite moment from this episode?
Singular favorite moment. I think Dora kind of mentioned it, the money. I liked seeing like I feel like a lot of platforms and promotions have kind of shied away from that, given everything that we've been through, the pandemic, etc. And this reminds me of old LA, how they bring out how they had the Netflix I forgot what it's called, the stuff outside where you can stand in front of Bianca and like they had so many different things happening. Yes, sorry. I love that. I love what they did, the activations, all that stuff. It reminds me very much of what happened, like what we used to do back in the pandemic. So kind of what Dora said and also what said. LA really came out as far as the entertainment industry and what we usually do. So it didn't seem like they spared anything. So that was like my highlight.
For sure. I think everyone somewhat hit on what this was supposed to be. I think this is one of those cases where the hardcore wrestling fan is going to have to understand what the assignment was here. The assignment was to reach a brand new audience. They knew what they needed to do, and so that's why they presented it differently. Trust me, by week 2 or 3, we'll get into far more wrestling, but this was about introducing people to the product, and it clearly worked. While we don't have official numbers, we can say that Raw on Netflix actually dethroned Squid Game as the most watched program in the U.S. on Netflix. That says an awful lot and explains to you why they went with 4 matches, why they took their time, why they brought out the people that they brought out. It was a very, very big night for the WWE. So congratulations. Yes, there are questions about what The Rock will do and what his future looks like, but we do know for sure there is but one tribal chief. It is Roman Reigns.
That was the moment of the night.
There you go.
All those moments you mentioned, nobody mentions the GOAT finally reclaiming his Ula Fala, like we've been anticipating for him to do since he's been back. My tribal chief. Gotta love it. Happy.
It was big. And Jeffrey mentions the production was on 10, the drones and the lights. I think again, WWE really put a stake in the ground to remind everybody nobody's going to top them in terms of production. I mean, nobody. And I mean, it was just a brilliant use of that incredible arena. Again, the drone shots were crazy. The camera angles were nuts. Yes, the lighting. Oh gosh, it was
like the red lights and how they changing in the background for the seats on how the stadium is built.
It was phenomenal.
And one honorary mention: the fact Travis Scott was smoking a whole blunt on Monday night.
Yes,
that was that was unhinged.
That's definitely.
You mean the incense?
Or sage? Yes, he had the sage with him.
He said incense. That's hilarious. John Cena, of course, announcing his entrance into the Royal Rumble and the start of the farewell tour. Certainly big. Rhea Ripley regaining the Women's World Championship. Lots of and I'll say this, even though there were only 4 matches, they all meant something. They were all significant matches. They had time to breathe. We weren't looking at a situation where things were rushed. So I thought it was a great scenario. Again, the whole smoking situation with Travis Scott was most interesting. But then, of course, CM Punk getting the win over Seth Rollins in a fantastic match. But
that's big.
Yeah, all the way around, a fantastic show. for WWE, and a great foray into what feels like it's a brand new era for the company. And so that takes us into last night, where we met with NXT at the Shrine Auditorium for NXT's, well, like technically WWE's New Year's Evil. We'll get into results in a second, but Councilman, both you and the mayor were present last night. I'd love for you just to kind of share your experiences there. I'll start with you, Mayor. What was it like to be at the Shrine last night, enjoying all things New Year's Evil?
Cinema.
In short, that's what it was. Production was still on point. The matches were great. I thought it was dope that they started the first full hour with all the women's matches. Probably contrary to what I normally do, I enjoyed that Trick Williams match.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Good match.
We'll get into that.
But even just like whenever you have Dwayne at a show, and it was like that's a big surprise too. Just the fact that this is a ballroom, very small. I would say maybe not even 1,000 people. But just to have that intimate setting, it felt like what the ECW show would have felt like from an optics type of view. But it was just a great night, great intimate show. Production was cool. All the moments were cool. Everything felt just right. It felt like real black and gold NXT.
I like it. Councilman.
Oh yeah, all to Mayor's point, that energy too is just a lot different in there. Like I think outside of WrestleMania, I think that would probably be my most favorite thing to go to is an NXT showing. Just because of how people are hyped, how people get excited, the chants that they do, just the energy, and then going back and watching it like the replay on CW, like it doesn't even compare to what we were doing in the ring. Just like even with The Rock was there, before, like when he kind of got off camera, like he was letting us know like he's never felt anything like that coming out, and he was not playing, like we did not turn it off that entire time. So if you have not been to an NXT event, please do yourself a service and go to one of them. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely a great night, which kicked off, of course, with the NXT Women's Championship match. Julia, Roxanne Perez. Dora, let's get your thoughts on the brand new NXT Women's Champion.
I'm okay with this. Like I could sense, I've been following Roxy because she's, she wrestled in Texas. So I was following her since the Indies. And I think she had a really good reign. She went up against a lot of good people, Jordan Grace being one of them, But I think the switching of hands, I think I would have rather had Julia than Stephanie Buckhead. So I'm okay with this. It was a really good match. They fought till the end, or wrestled, I'll say, to the end. And I think Julia deserves it. She's been, since they brought her in, they've been pushing, showing us that she was going to be the next one to hold a title. Probably with Stephanie Buckhead. We'll see, because, with the Shotzi match that they started last night too. But this is good. I enjoyed this. Roxy, my heart. She'll be Roxy to me for the rest of my life. But I'm okay. I'm okay with it. It hurt me a little bit, but I saw it coming. Julia, congratulations to Julia for sure.
Let's see. Honey, your thoughts on this one?
Listen. When I first heard that the music started, I'm like, oh, we're doing this. Well, okay, we're just going right onto the heavy artillery, and Julia and Roxanne was a perfect opener. Of course, ladies first, because the ladies have been carrying the NXT women division for quite some time and carrying the shows throughout the year, all last year. And it's only the beginning, because it's just not going to stop. And it's only because it's literally going to be because of this match and what it is now going to be a trickle effect of later on into 2025. Roxanne and Julia put on a freaking clinic, and I love watching them wrestle each other. And I think that it does not harm Roxanne Perez at all. We know what she was capable of. We know what she brought to the table. She put this NXT women's division on her back, and it's time for her to, move on to bigger things, because she is definitely main roster ready. But congrats to Julia. She was ready for this from the moment she walked in. So I can't wait to see what else they do and what else she has going on for this year.
So let me ask this question to you, Courtney. What do you think is next for Roxanne Perez?
For Roxy, I would not be surprised if she did take a little break. I do think she's ready for the main roster, but this is going to be very interesting because we do have the Royal Rumble coming up in a couple weeks in February, so that's another avenue. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if she did take a little bit of a break, a reset, a pause before jumping into the main roster, because she does deserve that break. And also, as everybody said, Roxy definitely had a really good run following her from her early years on NXT, and also training with Booker T and seeing the way Booker praised her on commentary and seeing the match that he did. I do believe she definitely deserves a break, but like I said, Rumble season's right around the corner.
Okay. All right. TK, let me ask you this, because one of the things that happened on this episode last night was literally the entire first hour was women's matches. I mean, from this fatal four-way here for the number one contender spot for the North American Championship, where Stephanie Vacour would win that one, to this six-woman tag that happened.
So good.
What do you think, if any, statement was being made last night with the first hour being all women on NXT?
I mean, we've been seeing it on NXT for a minute. I mean, Honey said it. The women have been dominating and pretty much carrying the brand for quite some time. It's just where we are right now. I mean, I could have, and I've said this so many times, when Women's Wrestling Talk or Women's Wrestling Weekly started, I was like fearful that we were going to run out of women the first year as far as just interviews. So to see where everything is now, and just say how women are dominating, not like NXT, yes, but across more platforms, more brands, is an amazing thing. So I'm not surprised. It was well deserved. It's not like, oh well, it's this time, we should just give the women a chance. No, they earned it, and it was well deserved. And ratings, all that stuff. Who else would you have put? Who else would have taken over? Who else would you have put in that hour other than what we saw yesterday?
It's a great point. So with that said, there is a point that a lot of people aren't talking about, but it deserves conversation. And that is the return of Corey Graves to NXT. Any thoughts on this? I mean, there's been a lot of shuffling going on. Of course, you've got Pat McAfee back on Raw with Michael Cole. Of course, Cole and Graves did SmackDown this past Friday. We know that Joe Tessitore will be running the ship over on SmackDown. Thoughts on Corey Graves moving to NXT and this now being a 3-man booth? What do you think about that, Dora?
Sorry, I was muted. It's gonna be interesting, I guess, is the word. I don't think I've really how do I say? I don't want to say thought about it, but it's not for me. I've just I would have preferred just the two, if that makes sense, instead of Corey Graves being back. So, but I am happy that Pat McAfee's back. I did like him. I enjoy him. I know some people are like, he's too much, but I think he's just right. But I guess I'll just keep watching and see if maybe I'll start be more into Corey Graves being there. But at this time, I'm neutral, I guess. He could be there. He could not be there. It doesn't matter to me as long as Booker T's there to me. So,
damn. Speak your truth.
Interesting. Honey, what are you thinking about this? Corey Graves on NXT, this 3-man booth. What are your thoughts?
I mean, if did they say that this was going to be the thing going forward with NXT, that Corey Graves is permanent?
They said Corey Graves is back on NXT. It did not in any way sound like a one-night situation.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. Because I love Corey Graves, and you know what? It's like a little homecoming ceremony for him, especially last night with, you know, the amount of things they had listed going on for, you know, with the titles, the World Cup, and the women's matches, and The Rock also on NXT for the first time ever. I think I love Corey Graves. I enjoy Corey Graves thoroughly on commentary. I think I don't think it's anything that we should really look into. Obviously, I mean, I think he's totally fine where he's at, and I think he's going to be great with commentary. I mean, he hasn't really failed me personally much when I listen to commentary. He's always done a really, really good job at it. So, as far as him, it's Booker T and Vic Joseph, I'll take it.
Councilman, 3-man booth, 2-man booth. Do you have a preference in the space like NXT? And if you were to pick a 2-man booth of those three, who would be?
I'm kind of with Dora. I don't care. I like where we were at with the 2-man booth. As long as I get to hear Booker T when Trick come out, oh yeah, man. Yeah. That's it.
I don't know how much longer you'll be hearing that anymore, but you know.
Well,
no, you know what? I'm sorry. Can I please change my answer? No,
you can.
I do. I wanted 3. I want 3, and if I had to pick one person to be on there, NXT bonnerfide.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
If anyone is the third man.
Yep.
You guys are very kind. I appreciate that. It's a very interesting thing to see how that's all going to fit together. Certainly when we saw the men hop on, very interesting to see we've got a new Heritage Cup champion in Lexis King. But let's get to the title match. That's really what we want to talk about, right? Was supposed to be a triple threat. Well, originally a singles match, then became a triple threat, ended up being a singles match and triple threat. Ultimately, we've got a new NXT champion with Obafemi pinning the former champion Trick Williams, in part thanks to not quite interference. I mean, he just showed up for a small portion there, Eddie Thorpe. Dora, do you think NXT got this right? Should Obafemi be the NXT champion?
I definitely think so. I feel like maybe I would have given it another month, but I think Obafemi definitely, they were building him up really good. I will side note, I'm glad they didn't put him with Nikita Lyons. I don't like her. I don't get it, but you know, I get it. But I just hope this means, like, for Trick, that it's time for him to get a call up. I don't want him to get lost in the mix of like NXT and other wrestlers, but I'm hoping with the Rumble coming up, they do let him come up. He can maybe go back up and get a story on the main roster back with Carmelo, or just really, I'm trying to think who else like I'd like to see him work with. I can't think at the moment, but I think Obafemi was the right choice. How long are they going to let him dominate, I guess? Because I can't think of anyone that they can put against him to beat him, if I'm being honest. Because it's Obafemi. He's a dominant force. I think they got this one right. I definitely think Trick is ready to move up or just do something else with his story, if that makes sense. But yeah, congratulations to Obafemi for sure.
Mayor, you were there. You have been pretty vocal about the championship reign of Trick Williams. A, what did you think about this match? And B, what did you think of the result?
It was actually a very good match. I would rank this right next to Trick's matches with Pete Dunne and Ilya. I think he needed this type of character, a bigger person to kind of bring more of that power game out of his arsenal, and made some of the martial arts stuff he do look believable. I think Eddie Thorpe's small interjection in the match made sense because you didn't have Trick lost clean, but it was kind of like, okay, there's a weapon involved and there's an extra storyline there for Trick if you need it. Now, I'm a little bit on the other side. I think you can get a Rumble appearance. I think the Trick fanfare is very real, at least on the NXT level. I'd be interested to see it on a main roster level, but I don't think this is a call-up. I've been very vocal. I don't think you need a title to be the brand. I still very much believe that Trick is the brand of the CW, but now with such a floundering men's division, you can have your face of the brand doing other side missions to keep the brand afloat. And I think that's what's next for Trick. While Oba, who we got tea leaves that was actually going to go to the main roster, I think he would have been kind of lost in the sauce with everything that's going on with Netflix and now now SmackDown being on USA. I think it was too soon for his call up because you want him to still remain dominant. So this is the right call. And as far as people that can beat Oba, we don't need that right now, but people are going to be so pissed when that Tony D'Angelo match comes back around for the world title.
Don't say that. Why would you even say that?
Because you brought up Italia, and this is the domino effect. You just had to mention the boat. Fun
fact. Me and Kausman talked about this last night. You saw all that beautiful women's wrestling last night, and then somebody said, "Hey, we need more boat." Said nobody ever.
Last time I checked, he was my tag team partner. What happened overnight? Is there what's going on here? Do I need to be worried? Is that
Where's the barbershop window clip? Where's the barbershop window clip?
Where's the show?
Wow.
Because that's how I feel right now. You know what? Play that.
Yeah. Wow.
My God.
Oh, this is great. This is
Happy
great.
New Year.
Happy New Year. So this is an interesting question. There's obviously been a couple of opinions about Trick Williams. Does he get the call up? Does he not? Honey, what do you think is next for Trick Williams? What makes sense for him?
What makes sense for Trick? Obviously he needs to get rid of the Eddie Thorpe situation, being that was one of the reasons, and probably the reason, according to him and his perspective, that costed him the title, besides the fact that Obafemi, we knew he was going to dominate like he did. I would have to agree with Ced, the same situation. Like, you'd have to give him some side missions just to keep the brand afloat, because you don't necessarily have to. Trick is now at the point in NXT where he no longer needs the title to be relevant or to gravitate towards, or put more eyes on him. People know who Trick Williams is, and I think there's still some things that he could still do in NXT. Maybe he will still make a Rumble appearance. Maybe he'll try to go for the title one more time before he moves on up, or anything like that. Because I think if there's any, like what Dora said, Obafemi might get lost in the sauce with Netflix and with everything going on. But I think with Trick Williams, it wouldn't be the case, depending on where you put him. I think he would be really great on SmackDown. You also have Carmelo Hayes there, so there's a lot of history there, or even Monday Night Raw with Braun Breaker. There's a lot of different situations and scenarios for Trick, either or. But as far as what I think, maybe a little bit, maybe a couple more months in NXT, maybe a Rumble appearance. I definitely think Oba should make a Rumble appearance as well, being that he is the dominating North American champion and now the new NXT men's champion, and just continue to have a hell of a year the same way he did last year.
I love it. TK, any thoughts on Trick Williams?
Wow.
416.
I took the pictures just for you, TK.
I don't think she saw the pictures. I don't think she saw them.
You did? Y'all are terrible. This man
When I tell you this man is so fine. When I tell you this man is scrump dilly-ishous, he make me want to, oh God.
Yeah, I told Trick to look at the camera like this. This is how he need to look at you when he be with y'all on them holidays. Right there, that face.
Right there.
right when he come in and he see you, I was like, see, this is the face you need to be having. I took this for you, okay? I took this shot for you. This is all for you.
That's a nice photo. That's a nice photo.
Thank you. Shout out to my phone.
See?
Wait a minute.
Thank you, Tyler.
Wait a minute.
Does Trick Williams get body butter? I'm just curious.
I mean, he's a little shiny in here. So
he's pretty oiled in person. Glistening. I just want to know if that was your brand. Listen.
She's bowing her head.
What's the next topic?
Going to the next topic. I see that. I recognize deflection when I see it. I certainly.
She said, "Yeet."
Hey, Jeffrey had a good thing about the Javon Evans thing. I thought that was weird in a bad way.
I could have done without it.
I'm gonna be honest, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention when it popped up on the screen while I was there. So I just saw his jaw was wide shut, but I couldn't really hear anything.
Oh, you got that man talking like the 04 50 Cent. It was bad.
Oh my Lord.
Wow.
You would with your shit and make you feel my pain.
Oh my
wow.
LeBron should drop a diss tape to Ethan because of
it. Congratulations to Julia and Obafemi, your
Dylan,
NXT
you know what to do.
champions. Now here's the wild part. We talked about a lot of wrestling happening all across the world in these first 7 days, and that's not just in WWE. We also had a lot happen over in New Japan, 2 big days. They had Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty. And one of the big moments that happened is the return of Kenny Omega, who took on Gabe Kidd in a fierce, and I do mean absolutely fierce, bloody contest, brutal match that saw Kenny Omega win, and we'll actually be seeing Kenny Omega tonight return to AEW. Wrestle Dynasty was interesting because we got to have this conversation. There was I won't call it a title unification match, but both titles were on the line, that being the New Japan Strong Championship and the Rev Pro Women's Championship, as Mercedes Moné defeated Mina Shirakawa, and you can call Mercedes 4 belts. I want to lend the floor over to the mayor because I'm certain that you have a lot to say about this, but I do want to ask the question. We've now had 9 months of Mercedes in AEW. She's gone injury-free. She's pretty much held the championship her entire time there. Is she starting to prove her claim right as being the greatest of all time? Mayor.
I think I said this during the watch along. This is like the full realization of what we never saw in WWE because they gave her traditionally short title reigns. Now we're seeing what she can do when she actually carries like brands, not just one continent, multiple continents, multiple promotions. And it's going to continue to grow because these are not scrub matches. She's elevating everybody opposite of her whenever she steps in the ring. She's boosting profile. She's boosting promotion. She's a draw wherever she goes. And I said this on Monday, but I really feel like the Kenny Omega stuff, we're going to double that for Mercedes because I can think of maybe 3-4 more belts off top that the women's divisions would benefit from just by having that image of her. It's a very powerful image, and it's only going to further women's wrestling more and more and more.
Very interesting. I'm reminded, of course, of our great 4 horsewomen debate. You guys have to go back and check that out, search the archives for it. But honey, I want to ask you, given the 9 months we've seen from Mercedes, now 4 belts, is your opinion swaying on Mercedes Moné? Is she living up to her claim as the greatest of all time?
She just might be. Look at her in this picture. I mean, there's no denying at this point, regardless and contrary to what people might have heard. I guess this is what we're going to have to go with now because she's just not going to let up. And if she's not going to let up, I'm just going to sit and fall back. Enjoy the show. Congratulations, 4 belts, Moné. I applaud you. You are making history, girlfriend. Coolio to you.
Growth?
This just might be. This just might be the growth. This is growth. 2025, we're in a new year. And yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I might have to acknowledge 4 belts, Moné.
Wow. All right. Let's see. Courtney, let me ask you this question. What do you think, Mercedes? What else does she need to do to be considered the greatest of all time, particularly in any of these spaces that she's been working?
Well, first off, I applaud her because I didn't realize she was injury free throughout her reign as AEW. That's a huge plus right there. For me, because I do give her credit that she has helped elevate the division. And if she does say that AEW has the best women's division, and she said she's there to help elevate, I would like to see her main event a future episode on AEW Dynamite. I would like to see her main event an AEW pay-per-view, because that's what she was there to sign for. I wouldn't have a problem her main eventing. Personally, it wouldn't matter what opponent she is, as long as it's chemistry, the storyline's there, and it's a huge draw, then this could really sell. And I could see that somewhere down the line, but I do give congratulations to her on getting 4 belts. And the sky is the limit. I don't know what's going to be next, but we shall see if she's going to be there on Dynamite tonight. I would not be shocked if she did a promo tonight, but the sky is the limit for Mercedes.
Dora, let me ask you this question. Do we have a potential conflict of interest in AEW? And here's what I mean. You've got Mercedes Moné, who holds a TBS championship, but now 3 other titles. But the top woman is supposed to be your world champion in Mariah May. Who's really the women's kingpin over in AEW right now?
I don't even know. I don't think it's Mercedes, despite her holding all 4 of the belts. I think with Mariah May, I don't know if I can even pick, if I'm being honest. I don't think I have a choice, if that makes sense. Because, I mean, if they're going to have Mercedes hold all the belts, where does that leave everybody else, I guess? I don't know, everyone fighting the same person for a belt, and I guess I don't have a choice right now. I can't answer that. I don't know. I think Mariah May definitely has done really good over the past year with her storyline of taking the belt, beating Toni Storm, who's now the rookie, and then going after Mina, like turning on everybody. I would like to see her go against Mercedes just to see what they can do together. But I don't know who I would say is the top right now, because it's kind of, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't have an answer for that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
TK, your thoughts on this? Do we have somewhat of a conflict of interest in terms of who the top woman is in AEW right now?
I mean, I'm not in anybody's pocketbook, but one, I feel like Mercedes is probably making way more than Mariah May. So you all know when it often leads to the money. So as far as company wide, I definitely think it's obvious that she's the top. It might be a really good play to elevate the belt that she has now and not make her, not have her have the top belt for the women's division AEW. But let's be honest, have we, aside from referencing Mariah May to Mercedes, how often do we reference Mariah May?
Well, and I think that actually leads to a larger issue, because this is not the first time in AEW that the TBS Women's Champion is more well-known, is more popular than their world champion. And so I think that creates another massive issue, because at this point, it feels like the AEW World Championship needs a bit more elevation than the TBS title, which seems to be getting all of the love historically. So interesting to see that. But congratulations again to Mercedes Moné, now 4 belts. Moné.
Is it fair to say that Rookie Toni Storm's the most popular women's storyline in AEW?
Probably. That's probably accurate. Probably accurate. Yeah. From there, also at Wrestle Dynasty, the Young Bucks became the brand new IWGP Tag Team Champions, which is pretty wild if you think about that, because, of course, they'd been taking time away from AEW. They had not been over in New Japan since leaving to form AEW. So this is a pretty interesting moment.
And shredding their office documents.
Well, then there's that.
Yes.
And then there is Konosuke Takeshita, who went over, of course, as the AEW International Champion, won the Never Openweight Championship, and has now also signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is quite the anomaly because he is now signed to AEW, DDT, and to New Japan. So I guess my question, and I'll start with you, Ced, is could Konosuke Takeshita be spreading himself too thin?
You know what? I don't think so. And I think this is a good look for him because we know from the president that New Japan has desperately been trying to search for a new face of the brand. I think Takeshita is kind of, I don't want to say he's went as far as he can in AEW, but there's clearly a glass ceiling there. So I feel like he can get some more runway room here in New Japan and really elevate that brand with not only his match work, but character work as well.
Okay. I'll go back to our resident elitist. Courtney, your thoughts on Konosuke Takeshita? Is he spreading himself too thin at this point, being in AEW, DDT, and New Japan and holding titles in two of those three places?
I wouldn't say spreading it too thin because this is actually a great opportunity for him. And I can't believe I'm saying this as much as I say a lot of things about Don Callis. He has been a solid, good manager for him. I can't believe I'm saying that. But he has done the... Wait, were you saying something? Oh, I thought somebody said something. But he's done a solid job with Konosuke Takeshita. And also, we've talked about this a lot, and probably before I got on board, about the partnership between AEW and New Japan on what other ways can they help elevate, innovate, and find ways to improve that partnership. And I do believe this will help it as well. And also really kind of establishing the AEW International Championship, keyword international, which will also help because this would be a great opportunity for him to take on challengers that are out of the AEW bubble. He can wrestle in not just New Japan. He could also wrestle in the other promotion that's in partnership with AEW, CMLL. So there are a lot of opportunities for Konosuke Takeshita, and I'm very curious on what is going to happen moving forward after this.
Yeah, it's interesting. For those who have not been fans of the AEW New Japan partnership by way of Forbidden Door, Wrestle Dynasty actually kind of balanced things a little bit. Like we actually got to see some New Japan talent score some wins over AEW, including the main event, by the way, which I thought was amazing. That, of course, being Zack Sabre Jr. defeating Ricochet. Zack Sabre Jr. pulled double duty, main eventing both Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty in two fantastic matches to successfully defend the IWGP Championship. I guess my question now is, after what we've seen at Wrestle Dynasty and the like, is there any way for New Japan to seemingly be balanced in the AEW universe, considering that they only seem to get real wins in their side of the world? What are your thoughts on that, Mayor?
That's a tough question. And it kind of has to be seen to actually believe. Because New Japan does have some really good stars there. Like Zack Sabre Jr.'s matches are phenomenal. If you like real grabs, technical wrestling, he's your guy. I would like to see them get more wins stateside because that's the only way people would really buy into what Forbidden Door was supposed to be. But again, if you had to ask me today, I would say no.
Okay. Well, we'll see for sure what this partnership ultimately ends up looking like. But definitely, if you've not had a chance to check out Wrestle Kingdom or Wrestle Dynasty, check them out on New Japan's NJPW World, which just phenomenal shows. phenomenal shows for two different reasons. If you like seeing interpromotional matches, definitely check out Wrestle Dynasty. Some really, really good moments on there. And we also didn't get to talk about Athena actually losing and getting pinned for the first time in 2 years over at Wrestle Dynasty. Really wild moment. And I may talk about that at some other point. In the meantime, more big news happening here to start the year. Ashe Wrestling is launching their TV program beginning tomorrow. Very exciting times. Episodic television for Ashe Wrestling will be on their YouTube channel beginning tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. The format will be very, very cool. 2 matches plus a musical performance as well, and all sorts of great surprises. So set your calendar for tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you've not had a chance to watch Ashe Wrestling before, you can now check it out for free on the YouTube page with this weekly episodic program. Again, that begins tomorrow night. Make sure you are checking that out. One other piece of really important news, in case you have not heard, is that we've been talking a lot about Mark Henry. He's been all over the news for a lot of reasons. Well, a big piece of news dropped this week as Mark Henry is officially the brand new CEO of All Caribbean Wrestling. This is massive news. Of course, Mark Henry, WWE Hall of Famer. He has been connected with All Caribbean since 2022. And his roles have changed. He's been in an advisory sort of position, but now he is really taking an extremely active role in the company. And that's all very exciting as, of course, All Caribbean is leading up to their brand new show, Saturday Night Vibe. It debuts on March the 1st on Tempo Networks, which you can check out all throughout the Caribbean islands, 24 Caribbean islands to be specific. Plus, if you're in the tri-state area in the States, New York, New England, or not New England, New York, New Jersey, rather, Connecticut as well. You can check out Tempo Networks there. And of course, you can always check it out on the brand new mobile app for All Caribbean Wrestling. Again, that's March the 1st for Saturday Night Vibe. So some really, really fun times happening for All Caribbean Wrestling. And on top of that, brand new signee as well for All Caribbean Wrestling. Jada Stone has signed with All Caribbean. So she has been doing some amazing, amazing things. She's just made her way over to Japan, and she has been lighting it up on TNA, on a lot of great indie promotions. She's been a part of Ashe Wrestling as well. So congratulations. Some big names have been signing with All Caribbean Wrestling. So be on the lookout for all that's happening with All Caribbean. Now then, let's talk about tonight. Dynamite. 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got a watch along that's happening. There will be a 3-way dance for the #1 spot in the Women's Casino Gauntlet at Maximum Carnage, which takes place next week. The 3-way involves Chris Statlander, Toni Storm, and Willow Nightingale. Of course, Willow Nightingale, fresh off of her performance at Wrestle Dynasty just a couple of days ago. Chris Statlander, Toni Storm, they've done great work. So this should be quite the match. Again, for the #1 spot at the Women's Casino Gauntlet. And speaking of Casino Gauntlet, there will be the Men's Casino Gauntlet match tonight. The winner gets a world title shot against Jon Moxley at Maximum Carnage. I know that sounds prestigious, but I don't know that I want to be anywhere near Jon Moxley right now. But good luck to whoever wins that match. From there, we'll see the return of Kenny Omega, which, again, if you guys didn't get a chance to see his match against Gabe Kidd, it's the old Kenny Omega. And that is amazing. And I think right now AEW certainly will benefit from the Best Bout Machine making his return. We'll also see Buddy Matthews taking on Will Ospreay tonight. That match is going to cook. Better believe that. Mark Briscoe and Bobby Lashley will be going at it tonight, which I think is fantastic. And also we'll see MJF making an appearance. I want to ask this question before we get out of here, and that's this. Of course, you know, there's been a lot of fanfare about Raw and WWE being on Netflix. And again, if you've not seen, WWE has a lot of content right now on Netflix besides Monday Night Raw. So that's exciting to see. but it wasn't as much fanfare, but it's a big deal for sure. AEW now streaming on Max, all their shows streaming live. Dora, what are your thoughts on this partnership involving AEW and Max? And have you had a chance to check out what they've got going on over on Max?
I haven't checked out what they have yet, but I definitely think it's an interesting partnership. I do use Max a lot. Actually, I have a lot of shows. They have all the DC shows and things like that. So I think it is a good move just because there's so many different shows on Max, even like the Penguin. There's so many DC related and great horror movies also that the people that it's kind of like with Netflix, you're going to that certain channel of Max to see these shows and movies that you watch, I would say daily, because I know I daily watch Max. But I think it'd be good because now you're going to have the option of seeing wrestling. I know I've seen online, there was a guy that I went to college with that I was in jazz band with him. And he's recently he just started noticing the Netflix and he was like, oh my gosh, I basically get to live out kind of going back to my childhood and seeing wrestling on TV again. So I think with Max, with Netflix, with both of them, WWE getting Netflix, with AEW getting Max, it's going to be good because it is going to be a nostalgic thing for people like that. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, I remember watching this when I was 5. I remember, the first time I saw this. So I think it's going to give them some new fans, which is great because AEW is only 5 years in. They need some new fans. They need some new product because there's a lot of stuff they still need to fix, I feel. So I think this is a great move, honestly, because new fans is going to be great for them. And I mean, obviously the loyal AEW fans will be there watching them on Max, but I think it's going to I think it's a great move. I think this is a great move for them.
Ced, let me ask this question because when you start talking about the numbers to this, the possibilities are endless. I mean, you've got Netflix with 280 million subscribers, obviously massive opportunity for WWE. You look at Max. Max right now has almost 111 million subscribers. Massive numbers for AEW to get an opportunity. What does AEW need to do to grab the attention of some? They can, at this point, just grab 1%. And they would still be doing massive numbers. What do they need to do to grab the attention of those subscribers on Max?
I think it would stem from having just more digital content in your library. Stuff that's not necessarily wrestling matches per se, but something that allows your characters to kind of breathe a little bit differently, to kind of showcase who they are off screen. Whether that be not a reality TV show, but I'm thinking more like how they would do Being the Elite. Something like that you can get only on Max now would not only draw your casual fans, but you can actually promote it on socials. And now you're driving that traffic directly to AEW on Max, which will hopefully domino into other content that they have. But I think having more original shows through the AEW brand that they can create, whether that be like how we have with WWE Network, Table for Three, things like that, where you have people just kind of talk, do ride-alongs. I think that would be a game changer for AEW to allow people to kind of get behind the screen of all their superstars.
Councilman, let me throw that same question to you as well. I know you're not the biggest AEW fan, so this is probably a good question for you. What do you think they would need to do to loop in any of those fans of Max? I mean, Dora explained very well some of the content that's on Max, so you have an idea of the kinds of viewers that are showing up there. What does AEW need to do to get their attention?
Probably just heavy marketing. Probably too, like when you have roll out something like the Penguin, like Dora mentioned, having someone maybe like MJF do like a quick cut promo that goes in front of them and stuff like that. Like, be sure to check out the Penguin every Sunday and everything. And him saying like, hey, I'm AEW superstar MJF, and I'm telling you, check out the Penguin. I think enter them into more of their programming that's coming out is going to help them lead to there. And then AEW kind of has an advantage as far as this goes with Max, with what they've been doing, because I know we've been talking a lot about them with not having storylines. This is actually where that can kind of help them as they're starting to grow, because now a casual fan doesn't have to feel like, oh, well, I don't know the story fully to get into it and watch this. These are just like, hey, they're kind of like sports pairing. So if you want to go back and it's like, well, I saw that Kenny Omega guy like a couple of these clips on YouTube, and now I see he got some full matches here on Max. Oh, let me go check him out. And I don't have to feel like, okay, but I have to watch 4 months ago to try to get where we are. It's like, nope, you can watch it right here because that's this match that's happening. So I think they have a good advantage of being able to bring in a lot of people from Max.
TK, let me throw this question to you. Would it be safe to say that Netflix and Max cater to different audiences and that AEW is a good fit for Max as WWE is a good fit for Netflix?
Yeah, I think that I guess what I want to kind of do a poll, like who has all these platforms? Like if I wasn't in the space that I'm in now, I wouldn't have half of these platforms. So I think Netflix kind of caters to a very bigger audience, audience that's age friendly, family audiences, etc. Even though WWE has said they might be going to a little bit more risque type stuff. And I think for Max, it's definitely a smaller audience compared to Netflix, but more of an adult audience, if that makes sense. So I think it's definitely two different audiences in that case. But either way, I think it's a good move for AEW. And Dora was saying, it's a small, I think we're no longer not as much getting people comparing the two as much, especially since Tony has cut down on his comparisons. Whoever told him to stop that, kudos to them. So I think now you're not getting as much of the comparisons because there's acknowledgement that this company is still growing and they're still going to make every company is going to make mistakes. The only difference with WWE where they are now is that the mistakes that do happen, we will never hear about them because it's just such a juggernaut of a team behind the scenes. With AEW, it's still growing, and there's still things that they have to learn about the company. So I think it's a good way, as long as it can bring the company into the green and out of the red. Not saying that they are in the red. I'm just guessing. It's a good thing.
Okay. So either way, you can certainly check out AEW tonight on TBS, or you can check it out live on Max. And there will be a live watch along here at the top of the hour, and you'll be able to check that out. With that said, let's see how you can reach out to all of us. Dora, how can the people find you? We're glad to have you with us.
Hi, just D the Machine 24. I only have Twitter and Instagram. I haven't had Facebook in like 12 years. I don't have TikTok. I don't think I know how to get into it. My daughters definitely have theirs, but I've just never been into that, I guess. But yeah, just at the D the Machine 24 on Instagram and on Twitter. And then I just started my YouTube, but I haven't really decided how I'm gonna, I guess, maneuver that. So whenever I have more details, I definitely will post that.
Okay, sounds good. Well, welcome aboard. Good to have you with us. Let's see. Courtney, how can the people find you?
They can always find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on WWT Live. You already heard at the top of the hour, I will be doing a watch along for AEW Dynamite. So feel free to come out because we're going to spill a lot of tea throughout the matches. And it's going to be a fun watch along. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter on @CourtneyNJ11 because there is a lot of content that's happening in the coming weeks. Also, please make sure to follow Bell to Bell because next Saturday, if you're in the Jersey area, they have their event, Bell of the Brawl, first event of 2025, and I will be there. I might be doing commentary during that event. I'm not sure, but we're getting the nitty gritty. So feel free to check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much, that's it.
Okay. And remember, you can check her out at the top of the hour with the watch along for AEW Dynamite. Let's see. Mayor, how can the people find you?
I don't want to be found today. I do want to let Mr. Michael Hickenbottom know that he will be receiving some paper documents along with the representatives at the CW for confiscating this sign of the sister of Lola Vice. The world didn't get to see this sign because they confiscated it. So he will be receiving paperwork from me as representative for that crime. Number 2, I want to draw attention to the LA fires. Prayers for those out there. If you guys need resources, if you're in LA, check out, I think on my IG, I reposted some resources from LA bucket list as well as Secret Los Angeles. There are shelters, restaurants that are also giving free space. I think Planet Fitness is also doing free showers and shelters and things like that. So everybody stay safe out there from the fires.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Councilman, how can the people find you?
You can find.
Hey, sit the fuck down, Funaki. Hey.
What?
Get all caps. Get all caps on Instagram, all my socials, as well as YouTube. Twitch.
Wow, Professor has that look like, yo, you're going to be reprimanded after this show.
I didn't put this clip up. I was wholly introduced to it. You introduced me to something that I enjoy. I'm going to use it. And I enjoy every minute of that. Also, too, on my socials, make sure that you thank your councilman because I'm the reason The Rock is on NXT. I called it. It happened. You're welcome. And then for those that were in the comments, because we didn't get a chance to finish, listen, even when I lose, I win. Because everybody was trying to talk about this. Oh, you gonna acknowledge Julia? How did the NXT end? I think I'm still 2 belts councilman. So thank y'all to all of you are there and acknowledging your final council.
Which, as you mentioned, that we haven't been on since Tiffany Stratton won the women's championship. So congratulations to her and her cash in, which was this past Friday. Honey, how can the people find you on these good social streets?
You can find me at All Things Wrestling with Honey, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the Wrestling with Honey podcast on YouTube, and you can find me through the barbershop window as well.
Wait, who found this? I thought I deleted this.
I knew he was going to do that.
Yeah, that's how we start in the year.
It didn't have to be this way. But this is the only way.
No. But this, I'll tell you this though. Instead, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this because you're out here stealing. You're out here stealing tag team partners and stuff. I don't give a damn what she. I don't give a damn what she do. Mercedes Moné will never be the best horsewoman. I don't give a damn. She ain't no goat. Becky did it first. It is what it is.
Thank you for saying
growth
that.
we just
Thank
had
you.
30 minutes
Wow.
ago? Are we reneging on the growth we just had?
What growth? I didn't see it. Where was it? Who was that?
Yo,
what growth?
I knew this was coming. I knew Honey was going to.
Oh, would you look at? Oh, wait. Oh, unfortunately.
I'm like, there's no way she's riding with this like that.
Absolutely not.
Can't no man knock me out. I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody. This is
Period. You know the rest.
When the other 3 horsewomen get their money up, spit some bars, and get 4 belts, you let me know.
Wow.
Bars. None. No bars. No bars. Those belts aren't even for in AEW.
Let me know when Becky Lynch on iTunes. She's not.
She's a best-selling author.
She's a best-selling author. She's a best-selling author. She goes for the book smart.
I write literature too. So what? People like to read. People like listening to music.
Wow.
What?
Well, you can find me at bonnerfide. And you can check out content there, commentary work, all of the things. It's going to be a fantastic year. So make sure you check that out. And I'll turn it over to TK. She can close us out at home.
Wow. I didn't know you're out here stealing tag team partners. That's what we doing now.
I'm insulted.
First of all, who got stolen?
You did, Fred. You did.
Without accusation. So
I didn't realize.
And I got a witness.
I didn't realize I was stolen. Okay. we go to one and see The Rock, and now they just everybody acting different. Okay.
I mean, you're the final councilman now. You know, it's
Oh.
giving final boss energy. He's giving heel turn. I don't know what happened, bro.
You roll with the final boss.
Wow.
How are you of all people not liking this?
No,
I'm sorry, Dora.
No, I love it.
Dysfunction. It's usually not like this.
I
Betrayal
love it.
runs deep, okay? Betrayal runs deep.
I love it. I just didn't know I was the sacrificial lamb in this one.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
How did this? I don't know where we are right now. What's going on? I feel like Santino Marella right after the Royal Rumble.
Wow.
Hey, quick. Yeah, no, that's what it is. That's what it is right there, Jeff. You see how they start acting in front of company?
With that being said,
you see how they start acting? I tried to be very humble. I tried to not be high on there because we had a new guest.
Did he not come on strong with that?
Hey, look, y'all go back and watch this. Professor even knew to keep me on the leash because he barely asked me anything today because he knew we got to stay an hour and a half. We got a new person. Let's not scare her off. He did what he was supposed to do. I was very short with my answers because I was like, we got a new person. She was not just go off the rails.
You came in with the belt. I'm confused.
Oh, that was great.
It was not.
I've done way worse than that. No.
Yes.
That was mild. That's a mild thing for me. Mm-hmm. That's only because I met The Rock. That was it.
Yeah.
TK,
that had to be a fun show last night, man. The energy had to be insane.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you saying? What are you scheming on?
I just want to see. Do I see some Port of Spain in your background right there? My sample.
Oh, he's getting a sample. He's not getting a whole thing.
Wow, he's only getting a sample.
I just need a sliver. It can be travel size. You know, I'm not needy. You know, I just want what Trick got. You know.
I don't know that she can give you what Trick got.
Look. Hey, cousin Ron.
This episode of Women's Wrestling Talk has been brought to you by All Caribbean Wrestling. Catch the wave. Go to allcaribbeanwrestling.com to check out all the latest pay-per-views or go on the YouTube page at All Caribbean Wrestling. Also, go and check out their socials on Instagram at All Caribbean Wrestling and on X at All Caribbean WR1.